So you're about to watch a video on why you should be boring from an introvert and a homebody and someone who has no social life. Doesn't that seem suspicious? It seems like someone is just trying to recruit more with people. But on a more serious note, I'm going to be talking on the importance of embracing being boring and why it's fine to be boring in 2023. So I'll be talking about that and doing my makeup at the same time. So if you're interested in how I achieve this simple look, keep watching. When I talk about being boring, I'm going to keep on using the hair code sign because my definition of boring is different from the society's definition of boring. Now, when you say someone is boring, according to society definition, this means that the person has no social life. The person is always at home, probably has no friends, doesn't go out. But this necessarily doesn't mean the person is a boring person to me. How does describe a peaceful life and a drama-free life? Now, there are various reasons why someone might be living a boring life based on choice. The first reason is it's probably the nature of that person. The person is a quiet person, probably the person is an introvert, or the person just doesn't like to socialize and likes being alone. And there's nothing bad in that as far as you understand yourself and you embrace it because it's definitely going to seem weird to people and you might need to be explaining yourself so much, but you just need to understand yourself and embrace your weirdness and be fine with being weird. The other reason is it can just be a season in someone's life, like for a particular season person needs to be boring because you are focused on yourself, you're focused on your studies, or you're focused on building your career, you're focused on improving your finances, making money. You're in this stage where you don't have so much money to spend doing the extravagant things that are fun. So you just need to understand that okay, this is a season, and once I'm out of this season, I will do everything I want to do. But for this season, I'm just trying to be frugal and just spend on the things that are necessary. It's like if you are running a business, for example, you are not going to be able to take so much from the business to just spend on fun. A good a good business person will always be reinvesting into the business or finding ways to expand and make the business better till it gets to a stage where you can pay yourself enough money to afford all the luxury you want in life. So just understanding the reason why you're like whenever you think that oh my life is so boring, just think to yourself and ask yourself, is it boring now because I'm just not interested in hanging out with people, or is it boring because this is a particular season and you're working towards something? So it's just important to understand the reason why you feel your life is boring. There are certain perks to having a boring life. If you think you have a boring life, that just means you are living a peaceful life. You're living a drama free life. The reason you look at yourself and you think, oh, my life is so boring, like nothing interesting is going on, that's because bad things are not happening to you, number one. Then you are not surrounded with so much controversy. So when you see people always surrounded with controversy, they probably won't feel bored because something is always going on in their life. But if you are not always surrounded with controversy, if you're always minding your business, you probably won't experience that. And that can make you feel like you are living a boring life. Being boring will save you from a lot of heartache. It will save you from you going to places where you meet the wrong people just because you are trying to be fun or you're trying to do exciting things. Things that are exciting always in some ways it can end in good things or bad things. And at the end of the day, it's all lessons. You are learning something from either the bad experience or the good experience. But the problem is some lessons are too severe that you might not be able to quickly get back from. And not everybody will actually go through the bad experiences. And you don't know if it's going to be you. So it's just better to stay away from things like that. It's up to you, but you need to just be comfortable with it. If being boring is not your thing, you like to enjoy life, you like to have fun, that's fine. This is not in any way shaming anyone. This is just a video to emphasize on the points that it's fine to be boring if you are okay with it. If that's what you want, if you just want to live a simple life, it's fine. There's nothing wrong with you. This doesn't mean you are not ambitious or you're not going after goals. You are definitely going to have your own goals and things you are working towards. But you are not just interested in the fast life. And a lot of times when we think to ourselves like my life is so boring, like I'm not even doing anything interesting. The reason we feel that way most times is because we are watching other people's highlight reel on social media. You see people doing a lot of things on social media, forgetting that that is just the highlight and that is not how their life is on a regular basis. So that is just a point to take note of, that whenever you are feeling down or you are comparing your life to other people's life, just remember that what you are seeing is actually not the exact thing. People will post what they want you to see, and that is not how their life is on a daily basis. When people are termed as being boring, I just see it like a person that loves solitude, that loves being on their own, and there's nothing bad with that. Of course, you should have friends. We all need people around us. We all need to have friends to socialize. But there are people that like being alone, and things people like that can be termed as being boring or living a boring life. But that is just someone that is fine in their own skin. And one thing with someone that is fine with being alone is that they are usually confident to an extent. Even though it doesn't seem that way, because it's like, okay, this person is shy or this person is insecure. That's why this person is alone. But it actually takes a lot to be fine with being alone. Did you know that? It takes a lot because people who are insecure will always find a way to be with other people so that they have something to do. They have people to always be around so they are not alone because they are not comfortable in their own skin. But for you to be fine with being alone, that just means you're fine with being by yourself. You're so sure of yourself. You can make yourself happy. You can entertain yourself, and you don't need any other person to make you happy. And that's a good thing. There actually just needs to be a balance between solitude and being with other people and making friends and all that, which is something I'm working on. It's not something I'm really good at. I'm someone that just likes being on my own, and it's a good thing, but it also has its downside. So I'm working on improving on that. If being boring is your thing, or you're in a season in your life now where you have to be boring, just understand it and embrace it so that you don't feel disappointed or you stop feeling inadequate or you stop feeling left out when you're comparing yourself to others. Just understand the reason why your life is going to be different for people or why your life is different for now. And once you're fine with it, it's never going to affect you when you see other people doing certain things because you know, okay, this is not the right time for me to do this, or I actually don't even want to do this. And that's fine. Just understand yourself. And if you're a creative, one of the things you can do for yourself is to be fine with being alone because there are a lot of times when you feel bored, all you do is just scroll on your phone and look at what other people are doing. One thing I've been trying to do is to be fine with just being alone quietly. Like being alone without scrolling on my phone, without watching a movie, without doing anything. And as a creative, this will help you get more ideas on your craft and this will give you inspiration. It won't be so easy the first time, but if you're able to keep to it with time, you'll be able to see that you discover a lot of ideas by just being quiet. So I try to not listen to anything, maybe music or podcast or an audiobook. I don't do it. I just sometimes I try to just be quiet and just listen to myself, talk to myself. Then I start to remember some things I've forgotten about, or some things I'm supposed to do that I've not done, or an idea for a video. So living a boring life is kind of like growing up with strict parents, because when we are young and you grow up with strict parents, you are restricted for doing a lot of things. But as you get older, you kind of understand, and sometimes you're even grateful for growing up with strict parents, because you realize that a lot of things that you would have gotten to that you would have regretted later if you did, but because you were growing up with strict parents, you didn't do that. That's kind of the same thing with being born, because being born will just save you from engaging in so many things that later on you regret. If you're in a season where your life is boring, or you're intentionally living a boring life, focus on you and develop yourself and get enough money to build the life you want. When you have enough money, you are able to go and live alone in a beach somewhere or do whatever you want. I don't know. But just do you, bro. Do you. Do you, and the world will adjust. That's just it. So this is the final look. If you made it this far, please subscribe for more real conversations like this. And if you're interested in learning more on how to make the year your best year, check out this playlist where I put a video of everything you need. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.